Hey guys, Dominus here. Today I prepared a very special video for you that I've put a lot of time and effort into. I want to show you my guide for beginners from a veteran's perspective, and I would consider this video to be perfect start for you guys that just started your journey in Once Human. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So first of all, let's talk about the journey. Journey's tab is a very helpful space to gain a bunch of extra experience and useful items. If you press J on your keyboard, you can claim the rewards if you have any. For example, let's do repair any armor once. So if I go to the armor bench and repair, let's repair an armor. As you can see, we got a journey complete. If I press the J on my keyboard, I can claim the rewards. This time is the experience and energy links, so let's claim that. But for example, you can also get controllers or star chromes. So this is kind of broken into different categories based off the random task that you are gonna be completing through the game. You can get things like controllers, star chromes. For example, controllers are used to gain more resources from the bosses, and star chromes are used in a wish machine to get some exotic armors and weapons. So you definitely want to complete as many journey tasks as possible and check back frequently if you completed some and you haven't checked it out for a while. So let's talk about something else. On your journey through the world, you will come across these things called Morphic Crates, which I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. When you go exploring and you've noticed your cradle sensor blinking, that means that you are in close proximity to a Morphic Crate. What you want to do is to follow the signal, and once it's strong enough and blinks really fast, you want to press Q on your keyboard to scan nearby area, and you will eventually reveal the nearby crate which you need to destroy. Later on, these crates can get really fast and even attack you. When you take down the crate, you will complete your seasonal goal, but you can also loot the crate and get some sweet stellar planillas and stardust sources, and even some energy links. If you wondered what these stellar planillas are for, you can redeem them at any major settlement at the NPC called Severin. So if you open the shop, I would recommend getting the Starcom crates first and then focus on anything else you need. You can open these crates and get 500 Starchromes per crate, which you can use to then purchase some sweet legendary weapons and armor. Now let's go ahead and talk about something really important, which is the seasonal goal tab. These tabs are divided by phases, which will progressively unlock as the season goes, and under each of these phases you're gonna have 4 categories to complete: territory, exploration, secure, challenges. All these challenges gets harder and harder as you progress through the season, but how it works is that you have 1 star, 2 star, 3 star milestone, and as you complete the seasonal tasks, you will eventually reach these milestones, and then you can basically claim the rewards, and the rewards you get are very generous, and you can get a lot of star chrome, which again can be used to purchase some sweet legendary armor and weapon blueprints. When you complete a task, you will also get the Mitsuko mark, which you can then claim here at a season shop. For example, you can get a rare memorial statue, exclusive name cards, or you can buy these crates, which you can later open to get some of these rewards. And finally, we have new seasonal system. It's right here, seasonal shield pattern or butterfly emissary if you want. You will unlock different tiers of the butterfly once you reach big seasonal goals, which can grant you cool character badge, for example, right here on the backpack, or some cool territory decoration like this one. So make sure to complete as many tasks as possible through the season, because you can get some really good items here. The other thing I want to talk about is once you reach level 5, you will unlock your first memetic specialization, which you will get every 5 levels, and what these are basically random bonus perks that magnifies some certain features that are already in the game. This one, for example, is called Facility Boost, and what this does is increases the maximum number of generators by 1 and also increases your power output. And there are some specific ones, so if you have a team you play with, you might wanna work with them on these, so you can kinda min-max the best buffs for you and your group. Don't worry, if you get to the end of the game and you don't like some of these, you can reroll them a few times, so don't be afraid to kinda pick the best one out. Next thing I want to talk about is the absolute best weapon you can get your hands on early game, and that's the rusty crossbow, which is really easy to craft once you land at the start of the game. If you press G at your camp, you can craft the rusty crossbow right there. This weapon comes with a really high base damage, especially if you know how to land the headshots. But what's the best about this weapon is that you can actually retrieve the arrows from your fallen enemies. Not only is this satisfying to use while hunting animals, but it can also be used to clear any point of interest, so make sure to aim down your sights and feel the rush while you land a headshot on your enemy. I would also recommend upgrading the crossbow as soon as you can for the highest damage possible. So it's pretty easy to level up fast in one's human. There is so many different ways you can gain experience, while in my opinion the best, fastest and easiest way to do this, especially in the early game, is to simply focus on commissions, which you can already start to pick up at the start of the game after you unlocked your motorbike in Deadsville. When you open the map, you can see this big blue gear water drop icon that basically indicates the town where you can pick up the commissions. When you interact with the NPC that's offering commissions, you can choose between different tasks, and each week you can choose up to 5 different tasks to complete. After you completed a total of 5, you will gain a nice amount of experience and other currencies, but each task on their own give an insane amount of experience and energy links. If you open up your map or press J on your keyboard and go to tasks, here you are able to track all your commissions, which makes completing them even easier. So make sure to always focus on these when you have new ones available. So let's talk a little bit about gear and weapon progression in one's human. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the game. This game has really great impressive itemization system, the number of weapons and items that you can craft, and also how unique they can be from one another. So if we look at these weapons, we can see that we got the different qualities of the gear, but on top of this, all these items have different stats, not just basic damage, fire rate or magazine size, but also if you upgrade or calibrate your weapon enough times, you can, for example, increase its range, weak spot damage, critical rate, so upgrading your weapons can be really powerful. On top of that, you can also change mods on your gear, which can increase your weapon damage, melee damage, maximum HP for your character, and there's loads of these to choose from. Every armor you equip gets 1 slot for the mods, and if your mod slot is empty, you want to fix that ASAP. Every time you equip a new item, you need to equip a mod as well. Don't be afraid to put mods in your gear, because you can unequip them by pressing U on your keyboard. Once in the mod menu, you can also enhance your mods if you right click on it. Upgrading mods will cost energy links and weapon or gear mod parts. So you can go to disassembly bench and salvage mods that you don't want. We also got accessories. You got muzzle, optics, tactical, magazine, and ammo. If you're not sure how to get these things, you can hover over it with your mouse and it will give you hints on where to look, but not exact location. If you want the exact location for these mods, check out guides for accessories on my channel. There is also a durability system in the game for the gear, which is pretty common in games, so make sure to repair your gear before it breaks, or you will need to craft them from the start. So the next thing I want to talk about is crafting from your storage. Did you know you can actually craft from your storage crates inside your territory? If we go to our storage crate, you can deposit materials there and you don't have to put stuff back into your backpack in order to craft things. When I first started the game, I thought I had to keep all my stuff in backpack in order to craft things like walls, windows, etc. You can also manage your storage easily. For example, I have 3 storage crates here with different materials in every other crate. If you open the crate, you can press H on your keyboard and it will merge all your materials from backpack into the storage crate. For example, I have some copper ore in my storage crate and some copper ore also in my backpack. If I press H, it will merge the items and they will go into the storage crate. You can also change the name of the storage crates so you can navigate and manage through your storage a bit more easily. Only thing you need to do is click here on the edit button and you can rename the storage crate to whatever you want. For example, let's call this one raw materials. Next up on the list is how to move your base. If you want to move your base for whatever the reason, what you want to do is to find suitable place, preferably not too overcrowded and close to the materials that you need for your tier. Make sure to have a lot of trees, ores, wildlife and preferably some water around your territory. This will make your life much easier. So once you found a suitable place for your territory, what you want to do is press B to open the build menu. Then press Z to move territory. As you can see, if the blueprint is green, you can place it down. If it's red, you cannot. So what else you can do? You can also enter flight mode if you press corresponding key on a keyboard and you can zoom out to get a better view of your surroundings. If you press space, you can also go higher and this is the best way to put down your territory so you don't, for example, destroy some ores. If you place the territory on top of ores, for example, if I put it here on top of the copper ores, they will be destroyed. So make sure to find a nice clean space with a lot of materials. You can also rotate the building using scroll mouse button, or you can adjust the height of your foundations using corresponding keys that are shown in the bottom left of your screen. But there is something you need to be careful about. If you have some plants around your territory that are not on your foundation, they will not move with your territory. So make sure to put everything on a foundation so it will move with your territory. And last but not least, the best early deviations you can get. So these guys can help you out in numerous ways, but the 2 most important ones in early game are by far the logging beaver, this guy right here, and the Digby boy. You can get the Digby boy by farming silver or tin ores. And if you don't have the logging beaver yet, let me show you real fast how can you get him easily. You want to go just south of the mayor's market, right here. There is a little dog here, and at the end of the platform here, sometimes there will be a bubble with a deviant you can catch. Let's try to catch him now. And boom, you got yourself a logging beaver. There is a reason why I said sometimes he will be here, because if another player catches the deviant, they have a cooldown. So in that case, what you want to do is to go to the closest teleportation tower, and instead of teleporting, you want to press G on your keyboard and try to change the world. This will not change your server, only the instance you are currently in. So now, for example, I'm in world 1, but the logging beaver is not there, so I want to try and go to world 10 and check if he's spawned in this instance. And that's it for this guide, guys. I want to thank you all for watching this video and supporting the channel. We just hit 200 subscribers and I hope we can grow more together. I hope this guide will help you out get started in one's human, and if it does, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I will answer you as soon as I can. Once again, thank you all for watching and until next time.